multiple sources. Apparently, he's been talking to at least one experienced PR specialist in the hopes of boosting his book tour and or the overall interests of the North Carolina football program. And she certainly is not helping. And that one single statement brought this firestorm down upon Belichick and her and the program.
You know what would have come out? Allegedly how she squeezed her way into that Duncan commercial that Belichick is in. And I'm just telling you, this is like reality TV. Oh, you want this? All right, let's do a little bit more digging. And people are... Listen, with her, I don't even think you have to be in the trash. I think there's stuff just lying on the floor before it's even made it into the trash can, and more's coming. So here's what I would also tell you. If I'm Carolina, Bill probably will send you a bill. Like, he'll probably try to charge you for this. But this was the problem in hiring the guy. There's going to be something else. We're only in the first week in May. What was the last conversation about football with North Carolina and Bill Belichick?
I don't recall.
Okay, me neither. Because it hardly felt that way when he was hired, because he didn't really speak very well. He was too busy still doing Pat McAfee and other crap. And Lombardi's the only guy that's really said anything, and he said something stupid. 33rd franchise in the NFL. And if you think, look, Bill Belichick's got problems now, relatively speaking. Who's Bill Belichick listening to? He had a guy in New England that everybody said, nobody knows who he is, nobody knows what he does. He had a guy by him for like 24 years.
Ernie Adams, I believe was his name. And he was in Cleveland when I was working up there. Nobody really knows what the guy did there. Nobody really knows what he did in New England. He was always just kind of on the periphery of everything.
Hire him. Go to him. No. Put that guy in the payroll.
Now, for those that don't know what Dimino was referencing, it was the Super Bowl Dunkin' Donuts commercial. New York Post, their page 6 said that she forced her way into that commercial. But Bill saw it as a way for her to get paid. So people said they'd never seen anything like it. She's kind of in the background with Ben Affleck and Bill Belichick and Matt Damon. She's just kind of, she's in a Dunkin' outfit in the back with a hat on, unless you're looking for her or you realize that's her, because nobody at the time knew who she was. You wouldn't realize she was in the commercial.
Well, I'm going to tell you, they paid her, from what I understand, over $8 million. That's how she bought all those houses. That was a really big cameo.
They're very lucrative.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, at least she didn't force her way into this one.
Wow! Al Pacino!
It's not Al anymore. It's Dunk.
Dunkachino?
Don't mind if I do.
He should really be ashamed of himself.
He is ashamed of himself. But he has to pay the bills.
I know he has a lot of kids.
The guy lost a lot of money.
I understand. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
He is ashamed of himself.
I mean, I've done shows. You've done shows from wing joints and gas stations, but we're not Al Pacino.
Car wash.
Car washes. We haven't won Academy Awards. You know what I mean?
What a sham.
We're in sports talk radio. It's okay for us to do those things.
I'm working on an AM dial, 31 years.
FM and an app.
Yeah, I got to go where it is.
But not him. He's Al Pacino.
Yeah, he does. He feels horrible about himself. He hates himself, actually. I'll go further.
So she's in that commercial.
Who is Bill Belichick going to listen to?
Nobody.
Nobody.
He's listening to her, and that's why he has to look for this guy that used to work for the Bears, Brandon Faber, to talk to about maybe moving ahead with this book tour and actually having people interview him now so he can promote and sell the book.
Every interview is going to be about their relationship. Ship has sailed. Start coaching football. Don't do a book tour anymore. By the way, here's what I would do. What book? That's what I would do if I was him. What book? Pretend you never wrote it. Nobody cared anyway.
Hudson,
Nobody cared about this book.
Yeah.
Now what he should do is just pretend it never happened. And let me tell you, my piece of advice. Who's the guy from the Bears?
That would be Brandon Faber.
What do you think he charges?
It's not going to be cheap.
Okay.
Because Belichick really now is in trouble.
Okay.
You got him over a barrel.
I'm going to do it for free. Fire her. Get her out of BB Productions and everything else. You want to continue to date her, that's fine. Now we have to set up new parameters.
No.
We date. Nothing else.
So the other story is she reportedly, Jennifer Hudson, demanded, Jordan Hudson, not the actress. Jordan Hudson demanded to be listed as an executive producer for the now scrapped Hard Knocks. According to the New York Post again, she wanted to review the dailies of the show as it was being recorded, and she reportedly told NFL Films execs to treat her with respect or they wouldn't get to use Belichick's IP. They wouldn't have access to his email.
No.
Or any web content.
Let me tell you what this is. She wanted first and last cut. She wanted say over everything.
Of course.
They're not going to do that. We don't even know who you are in Belichick's story. While it's interesting, She's talking about things that allegedly, there are like, have you heard there are like 17, is it 17 Belichick phrases, things that he said that she's trying to get intellectual property
Yeah,
on.
trademarked.
So she would never allow them to say Bellastrator,
Right.
Chapel Bill. So now you realize why this didn't happen. She's a pain in the ass. And I'm sorry. I know that I'm supposed to be careful about this. I don't have to. She's in my world now. I didn't go to her house. She came to my house. I'm perfectly capable of speaking my mind on this. And by the way, there are times that we all go, oh, I'm not really sure. How can I word this? I don't care how I word it. She started it. I didn't go to her place. She came to our place.
See what Peter King said about the CBS interview. Now, our friend of the show, Peter King, longtime writer for SI and NBC contributor, not exactly best friends with Bill Belichick. It goes back to Deflategate and Spygate. But he said, anyone that watched that CBS piece, anyone, if I'm watching that and I'm one of them, I'm saying to myself, I'm not buying this idiot's book. He said, you watch him other places, he's got a suit on, and he's sitting there like a boob trying to promote a book. I mean, that thing, they should teach that whole process, beginning to end, in various PR courses, across colleges, across campuses, across, never mind the nation, across the world. Here's exactly how not to do something if you want to launch and promote a book. Do everything the polar opposite that you saw in that CBS piece.
When I go teach life, my class for just sophomores and juniors in high school, Bill Belichick will be 2 days worth of my curriculum. You can't do this to people. Try to basically bully them because you're really good at what you do. Because when it drops, and it will, you look like a hostage on TV. You've got a 24-year-old girlfriend who should be nowhere near any of your business. The fact that you're signing things BB, you have a production company. You are everything you've hated. And again, I know it's undefeated. Everybody knows the expression, it's undefeated.
The nookie.
Only if you let it be. There. That should be in an egg roll. That should be in a fortune cookie.
Don't let
or
the
an egg
nookie control you. You control the nookie.
It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be.
That should be trademarked.
Bill Belichick is now in on the world where he needs help. He's never a guy who's listened to help. And again, what did it that a couple of his Ben Watson? What did Ben Watson and what did Ted Johnson? I know what they said.
It goes against everything this guy taught his team and the team's philosophy when he was coaching the Patriots.
There is not 1 ounce of football being talked about. You think North Carolina wants this type of pub? Look, there is such a thing as bad publicity. This is bad publicity. It's not for her, and it's certainly lucrative for her, but it's bad business.
I'm blinking 3 times. Help me.
No.
Please. Whatever you're thinking of doing.
There are people in
Whatever you're thinking of doing, Jordan, please don't do it. It's like misery.
There are
She's
people
going to hobble him.
There are people in Guantanamo Bay who are less uptight than Bill Belichick. Because he knows now everything leads to your relationship with her. I want to write a book about how to win. No one cares. No one cares.